Hey, this is Daniel Orion from Mannschaft Forever. I'm going to quickly go over my opinions of the list of 35 players that Joachim Löw recently submitted for the World Cup. There are 4 goalkeepers: Bernd Leno, Manuel Neuer, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and Kevin Trapp. So, about what I expected, Manuel Neuer hasn't recovered yet and hasn't played since September, so he's still a maybe. And then Kevin Trapp as the third. We could have seen Ulreich there. Maybe we could have seen Horn, but I like Trapp as well. I think that's fine. For defenders, the defenders submitted are Boateng, Ginter, Hector, Hummels, Kimmich, Plattenhardt, Rudiger, Süle, and Tah. Jonathan Tah is not one I expected, but everything else I practically called. Mustafi's not there. He wasn't really expected. Yeah, it seems pretty standard about what I had predicted and what most people had predicted as well. In the midfielders and attackers, we have Julian Brandt, Julian Draxler, Mario Gomez, Leon Goretzka, Ilkay Gundogan, Sami Khedira, Toni Kroos, Thomas Müller, Mesut Ozil, Niels Peterson, Marco Reus, Sebastian Rudy, Leroy Sané, and Timo Werner. So Julian Brandt was one that's definitely, if you're adding players more above 23, which is not allowed by the time the World Cup actually starts, I think he'd make it into my list as well. I think he's one of the players that's going to get cut by the time we get to the World Cup. June 4th or 5th, I believe, is when you have to submit the list of 23. Jonathan Tah, I also believe, as well as the 4th goalkeeper, are some that are coming out. Two interesting things here that a lot of people have been pointing out. I had actually predicted that Wagner was going to be the traditional striker for Germany in the World Cup. Not that he was going to start, but that because Werner is somewhat of an untraditional striker, he's not the tallest player. He's not the greatest player in the aerial game. He's good, but he's not like a traditional number 9, and so Germany would take a traditional number 9 to the World Cup, and I was sure that was going to be Sandro Wagner, but Löw opted to go for Mario Gomez, who I guess has had more experience, although he's getting a little older, and Niels Peterson off of Freiburg, which caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting a player from such a low-performing club, but apparently Löw cited this guy's got like 15 goals in a season where his club's pretty much been sucking, so yeah, that's pretty impressive. It was just hard to notice, I guess, as the German national coach, you pay more attention to those things. So, yeah, I guess no Wagner. One of those guys is getting cut, I'm sure, and I'm sure it'll be Peterson, but for now, I think, yeah, a lot of us are shocked that he's in there. But, yeah, well deserved, I think. He's pretty good as well. And the other surprising factor, of course, was Mario Götze, who scored the last goal in Brazil 2014, the goal that actually won the World Cup, which is... I saw this coming. I didn't think they were going to bring him, but there was a part of me that felt like, man, the guy that literally made the team world champions, it's kind of hard leaving a guy like that out. But yeah, Löw said he wasn't having the greatest of seasons, and I kind of agree. Now, I'm happy to see Marco Reus here, though. He's definitely a player Germany will benefit from, and this guy's inconsistency with injuries and stuff still has me worried, but we still have our fingers crossed that it'll make it okay by the time the World Cup starts. Something that not a lot of people commented on, because a lot of people I saw expected this, was the inclusion of Sebastian Rudy. If you guys saw my video on my predictions, I thought Emre Can was going to be in here, and he's not on this list. I decided first in the last friendlies when they played against Brazil and also against Spain, Emre Can was in that list and Sebastian Rudy was not. In hindsight, that might have been because they were testing out other players. I'm not sure. I took that as a sign of Löw saying maybe he didn't prioritize Rudy as much as other people did. And Rudy and Can play similar positions. Neither of them are starters, but they're very flexible in where to play. They can sometimes play as defenders even, which is not common, but they're typically midfielders, and number 6 is defensive midfielders, at least in Emre Can's case. Rudy is a little bit more all over the place, and a lot of people I was hearing did cite Sebastian Rudy as an easy inclusion for this. I don't know, Emre Can and Joachim Löw have a good relationship, and the fact that Rudy wasn't in those friendlies really, it made me think that maybe he wasn't going to be in there, but it does look like he's going to Russia and Emre Can will be sitting out. Another factor that might have played is that Emre Can has a bit of a back injury right now, so I don't know. We've got a lot of injured players here, and the ones that are on this list are really high quality. Off the top of my head, Manuel Neuer, as I mentioned before, is currently injured. We'll see how he arrives at the World Cup. Hopefully Jerome Boateng, who's also injured, comes back fit again. He got injured in the Bayern's match versus Real Madrid in the Champions League. Let's see, Mesut Ozil also has a bit of a back injury right now. It doesn't look as bad as the two previously mentioned, Boateng and Neuer. I think Ozil will, nobody's too worried about that. And that might actually be it. So the list is actually 27 players that Joachim Löw is bringing, not 35 like I had mentioned before. So in the end, we'll see 4 being cut. My prediction as of right now, it's going to be 1 defender, which, assuming Boateng is fine, is going to be Jonathan Tah. 1 goalkeeper, which, assuming Manuel Neuer makes it okay, it's going to be Kevin Trapp. And then the other 2 will be midfielders / attackers. Die Mannschaft really blends those 2 positions together. Julian Brandt is going to be one of my guesses, and the other will be Niels Peterson. And the list looks pretty solid, aside from those. Fairly close to what I had predicted. I think this is good. I'll have more information. I'll make a video uploading or upgrading some of my thoughts on the lineups and all that. Just wanted to give some quick thoughts. Thanks.